What is up, YouTube people? It is me, Base Jalarin, here with no vlog videos because I am a filthy liar. And this is probably the third time that I've had to try and redo this video because I record it in my closet that has no ventilation whatsoever, so I am dying of heat. So this is just going to be my haul video for the month of July, and I'm really sorry that I didn't make those vlog videos. I would explain, but like I said, I'm hot, I'm miserable. Let's just get the ball rolling here. Sorry about that, I had to move my camera just an itty bitty bit so I could capture this whole goddamn comic in frame, and that is Motor Crush. And this is just a beautiful graphic novel. I love like the hardcore 80s aesthetic that bleeds from every single page of this comic. And what I really love is that this cover is specifically a Kinokuniya exclusive cover. And I got quite a few things at Kinokuniya this month when I was vacationing in Los Angeles. And whenever I happen to bring up something that I bought there, I'll tell you about it. But this is the first thing. And I'm very happy to have something that I normally wouldn't have been able to get. I got a lot more art books than I usually get, which is usually none. But this month, a couple of art books actually came out this month. And like I said, I went to Kinokuniya, and they have art books out the ass there, and I could not help myself. So let's just get started here with the first one, and that is this big ol' honker. I really hope that fits completely into frame. This is the Art of Magic the Gathering, specifically for the plane of Amonkhet. And these are really great if you like Magic the Gathering and you just like collecting Magic the Gathering merchandise like me because you can't play the card game, what the fuck. These are really great. They have really, if you can't tell this, the sheer size of this, all the art is in full high definition, huge glossy pages. And it tells you about the plane itself and the characters who live there and the story that takes place there. It's just a really great addition to anybody's collection who likes Magic the Gathering. Next up, we have a very special purchase that I got this month, and that is Steven Universe Art and Origins. This is packed to the brim with interviews with the creators and character designs from various points during the creation of the series, and just mounds and mounds of art and just insight into how the series was created. It is a wonderful book, and if you are a fan of Steven Universe and you don't have this book, what the fuck are you doing with your life? The next couple of art books I'm gonna show all at once, just to save on time, because, you know, I love saving on time. And those would be Momentary, the Art of Alicecrucian. I'm sorry if I butchered that completely, but this one actually, Amazon constantly recommends that I buy it, and so I found it at Kinokuniya, and so I finally bought it there. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then we have, I'm not really sure if this is 1017 or 1017 or 1017, but whatever, we got that series of numbers, and that's the Toy Nana illustration works. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but the cover on this one is shiny as hell. And the final one is the Art of Tosca Demisa, which this one in particular is a little special because there is a particular manga that a couple of larger named manga tubers have brought up time and again. It hasn't gotten an English release yet. I do believe it's been licensed and is going to get an adaptation soon. I think later in the year. But this is the art book of the person who illustrates A Promised Neverland. Alright guys, it's manga time, and boy, do we have some manga. And the first one that I'm going to show you is a very large chunk of a series that I bought in bulk from this wonderful, beautiful haven of geekery that is Hobby Jungle, which is located in Little Tokyo in downtown LA. And if you have never been there and you have the ability to go there, what the fuck are you doing? Get down to fucking Hobby Jungle. They got everything. They got trading cards, they got Gunpla and other plastic robot building kit things, and anime and manga and collectibles and cosplay. They got everything, and I helped myself to a bit. Not a lot. I restrained myself, because, needed money, to survive. But I got a large chunk of this series for a fraction of what I would have paid if I had gotten it, say, on, like, Amazon or something. And that, my friends, would be Black God. And I got volumes 1, 2, 3, don't fall, please, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, this has 12 whole volumes, and I got all of that for like $40, which, holy shit. I wouldn't have really bothered with this series otherwise, but it was such a good deal for the amount of manga that they were selling. So, and it's a 19 volume series, so I don't have much longer to go. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm not really a big fan of, battle bout manga or fighting manga, but this has just got just enough of that good shit where I find it actually enjoyable. So yeah, I can't wait to see where this series will go. Next up, we have, so just a quick little aside, I don't normally buy Japanese manga. One, it's because I don't speak or read Japanese. I mean, I should, but I can't. So I never really saw much of a point in buying Japanese manga, even if it's manga that I normally wouldn't be able to get in the States. It would just kind of sit around and just look pretty, with no real point. But this I had to get because I am a hopeless fangirl. So what could I possibly be talking about? And I am talking about the manga adaptation for Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I have volumes 1, 2, and 3, which cover the entirety of the first season of the series. And like I said, it doesn't really venture very far away from what the anime covered, so it's easy to tell what's going on, and Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans is by far my favorite Gundam series of all time. I loved it, still love it to pieces, so I had to get it when I found it at Kinokuniya, and they just happened to have all 3 volumes of the first season. And I do believe the second season is also getting serialized in a manga, and I'm pretty sure once they finish it, I'm probably gonna just order that too, now that I know that these things exist. So yeah, next up we have Volume 1 of Plum Crazy Tales of a Tiger Striped Cat. Just a cute little manga about cats, but this one specifically, if anybody else has gotten this specific volume of manga, let me know, because, I mean, 7 Seas normally doesn't have, like, super high quality paper, and, but they're pretty standard, and they're pretty good quality for the most part, but for some reason, Plum Crazy, the quality of the paper is like the Viz 3-in-1s, which I'm not complaining, because, like I said, I don't really, like I've said before, I don't really care about paper quality in my manga. I just like having the manga. But it's just really weird that this specifically has, like thin paper. Just this. It's not, I was worried for a second, because I thought this was a direction that 7 Seas as a whole was taking with all of their manga, but no, it's just Plum Crazy Tales of a Tiger Striped Cat that has weirdly low quality paper, and I don't know why that is. Maybe someone could tell me? Maybe, possibly, we can figure out this mystery together? Moving right along, we have Generation Witch, which is actually a series of short stories about witches or people with magic in this realm where magic and witches exist, and it's really cute, and all of the stories are just wholesome and good. Very nice series. I can't wait for volume 2. I don't know when that's coming out, but I can't wait for it because I love sweet little stories like these. We have Hatsune Miku Acute, which is another in a short line of manga we'll be getting this year based off of Vocaloid songs. And this one is a single volume. It begins and ends all in one volume, and it's very thin, so you can imagine that the story is very fast-paced, sometimes to the manga's own detriment. But it's been a really long time since I've listened to Acute, and what I really should have done was listen to Acute before I started recording this goddamn fucking video. But the manga, does it end differently than the song? Because I remember the song ending in a lot more of a darker way, but the manga kind of flips that and makes it a little happier, or at least tries to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they changed the ending for the sake of not having it be dark as fuck. We have Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Glory of the Losers Volume 1. Gundam, what can I say? I saw that Vertical was going to be putting this out, and I jumped all over it like a rabid dog, because hell yeah, Gundam manga. Next, we have this month's daily dose of trash. And that, my friends, is Schecky Ray, the manga where every other page there is a titty. There is a bountiful amount of breasts and panty shots and all kinds of garbage in this one. Next, we have Kakegurui, Compulsive Gambler, and the Ahegao in this manga. Fantastic. That's all I can say. Just the faces, man. The faces. After that, we have Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl. I started watching the anime right before this arrived in the mail. If you haven't seen the anime, it's up on Crunchyroll, and it's really good, and it's gotten quite a bit of chuckles out of me. Next, we have Alice and Zoroku, Volume 1. I'm aware that the anime came out like a season or two ago, but I don't really watch a lot of anime, like, at all. I never have the time, so when I saw that 7 Seas had put out the manga, I was all like, hell yeah, because I was really interested in the plot. But, like I said, I don't watch a lot of manga, didn't have a lot of time, didn't have the time to watch it. But now I have the manga, and now I can enjoy it at my leisure, and it is funny as hell, because you have this little girl character, and she's like this super powerful psychic, and she has these like really cool powers to make like anything appear so long as she like wills it. And you got this old man who's just all like, stop it, stop summoning giant hammers out of nowhere, you don't do that in society. And I just love that dynamic, it's fucking great. Next up, we have Wadanahara and the Great Blue Sea, the complete collection. And I feel like this is a manga that comes between like games in the series, because this manga is based off of a video game that I have never played. So base, why the fuck did you buy this manga? Because it's fucking cute, that's why. It's fucking cute, leave me alone. I don't understand what's going on in the story, I don't know who these characters are, but goddamn, aren't they fucking cute? And finally, for new pickups, we have Evergreen, Volumes 1, 2, 3, just punched my bookshelf, and 4, which is the complete series. Now, I've been eyeing this series for a long, long time. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it or not, but just there's something about it that's just been drawing me to it, and I keep on picking it up at the bookstore and flipping through it and being all like, this is pretty cute artwork. So, whether or not it'll actually live up to the months and months and months that I've been thinking of getting it and getting too hyped, we'll just have to see. Alright, next we are going to move on to continued series, and first up we have Rinshon Now, Volume 2. I got this in the mail like literally yesterday, so I haven't really read it yet. Next we have this month's Yuri shit, which is Hana and Hina After School Volume 2, and this shit just keeps getting cuter and cuter by the second. Speaking of Yuri though, we have NTR Natsuzo Trap Volume 3, my least favorite Yuri because it's a Yuri about cheating on your boyfriend. I don't know why I keep on picking it up, because I've dropped a bunch of other series, but this one, despite how I feel about it, I just keep picking it up, maybe because it's fucking Yuri. We have Scum's Wish Volume 4, which is probably nominated for my #1 manga, where I want to take every single character in this fucking manga by the goddamn shoulders, scream in their face and shake them, because fuck everyone in this manga. I hope they're all, fuck that, I fuck everybody. I'm so hot, it's so hot in this fucking closet. Fuck Scum's Wish, fuck me. Next we have Princess Jellyfish, Volume 5. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but this one gets a bit romancy. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda Legendary Edition, featuring the 4 swords, which was originally 2 volumes, and then they've been compiled into this one Legendary Edition volume, and I do believe this is the last one we'll be getting for a while. Anyway, this contains the last bit of the Legend of Zelda manga that Viz has put out, and I really, really do hope that they compile the Twilight Princess manga into a Legendary Edition. Like, I will be a very happy clam if they do that, because it's really awkward to have these really cool ass Legendary Editions on my shelf, and then right next to it there's this plain old manga volume for Twilight Princess. Like, come on, Viz, just do your thing. Just one more, just do it, do it, do it. Next, we have No Matter How I Look at It, It's Your Guys' Fault I'm Not Popular, Volume 10. The cringe is real, everyone, and it continues to be very, very real. Next, we have Ghost Diary, Volume 2, another very, very beautiful, eye-catchingly pop color cover. One thing that Ghost Diary really excels at is just having covers that are like candy to the eyes. My webcam is fucking shit and doesn't focus, but just look at how colorful that is. That is beautiful. After that, we have the very, very, very long and long-awaited, highly anticipated volume of the Ancient Rigas' Bride, Volume 7. Now I'm gonna have to wait even more, and they ended on a fucking cliffhanger. God damn it. Next, we have Magical Girl Apocalypse, Volume 12, which brings us straight into that climax, that beautiful, beautiful, bloody climax. It's a great guilty pleasure of a series. It really is. Next, we have Nichijou State Volume 9, and I do believe this is the second to last one in the series, which I do believe that the last one is coming out in September. So we only have just a little bit longer before Nichijou ends, and I'm gonna just savor this one real nice and slow, so I can thoroughly enjoy Volume 10 when it comes out. Next up, we have Seventh Garden, Volume 5, which is the first volume of the series that has been giving an M rating. And I thought, like, what the fuck could possibly make it an M rating? And I got all fucking excited, but turns out it's just a bunch of pages of one of the characters playing chess naked, and I do believe that's probably why it got the M rating. There's a really loud-ass plane flying outside. And I'm pretty sure it's just the naked chess playing that got this the M rating, and I'm liking this series so far. It's pretty good. It's fucking hot, my dudes. Alright, and so this one I actually got at Hobby Jungle as well. And I was super excited to find it in the wild, because you don't really find a lot of these just, you know, like in store. And that is, MPD Psycho Volume 8, which is a random volume in the series, for me at least. And it's actually still shrink wrapped, and I'm gonna keep it shrink wrapped until I've collected the rest of the series so I can binge it. Until then, this beautiful volume is going to stay very tightly wrapped in its plastic. Next up, we have Monthly Girls No Sake-kun Volume 8. I haven't gotten around to reading this one, so I can't really tell you whether or not it's good or bad, but probably good, because, you know, everything up leading to this point has been pretty decent so far. Next up is something that I bought from Kinokuniya, and I was holding off for so long because I was really hoping One Piece Books was going to continue with their special omnibus edition of the series, but I feel like they just published volumes 1 through 6 in the special, like, golden 3-in-1 omnibuy because they were published by Tokyopop prior. So I just went ahead and bought the single volumes for Manga Haul Volume 7, Don't Fall, Volume 8, Volume 9, and Volume 10, which I am pretty sure it brings me up to date to this for the series, at least for now. I'm adjusting my camera, sorry. Next, we have Nurse Hitomi's Monster Infirmary. I love this series so much. I like how all the characters look. There's just something about them that just makes the artwork pop for me, and it's really good. I'm so hot, y'all. I'm slowly dying, slowly melting into a puddle. I'm miserable. Love Nurse Hitomi's Monster Infirmary. Love that monster shit. Speaking of monster shit, we got Interviews with Monster Girls, Volume 5, Swimsuit Edition. Next up, we have Sweetness and Lightning, Volume 7, more food for me to not make, more cute, absolutely pure stories for me to lose my absolute shit over. Sweetness and Lightning is gonna kill me one day, I am sure of it. Next up, we have Welcome to the Ballroom, Volume 6. I don't like her. Don't. Like, the series is trying really hard to make me like her. I don't like her. I don't. Otherwise, it's a great volume. Welcome to the Ballroom is a great series, and I don't usually say that about sports manga. I don't collect any aside from this one. So yeah, it's great. Next up, we have the very big and very heavy as fuck, if you hadn't noticed, Blade of the Immortal Omnibus Volume 3. This one is a lot bigger and a lot heavier than the prior two, and I figured maybe that meant that there was more than just 3 volumes in there, but nope, there's just 3 volumes in there. And it's just really fucking big, and it is a chore to read, at least while you're lying down and have it pressed against your fucking chest. It's like slow torture. Alright, we're coming to the end, and I'm slowly dying. The Riemann Sun, Volume 2. This continues to be a very enjoyable series. There's not really much I can say. I probably had stuff prepared, but I'm slowly melting into a puddle of my own sweat, and I can't remember anything other than I don't normally collect shoujo series, but this one's giving me the run for my money, and I might hang on until the very end, just because I like this artist's artwork. That's pretty much it. That's what's keeping me here. That's what's keeping me holding on. And finally, my dudes, I have GA Geijutsuga Art Design Class Volume 5, Volume 6, and Volume 7, which completes the series and completes yet another series on my completion list, which leaves me literally with just MPD Psycho. And in the course of recording this video, I've decided to add Black God to my completion list, solely because I just figured you might as well just finish it real quick. But anyway, yeah, finally finished GA. Haven't quite finished reading it yet, but just a quick aside while I'm here. This is the only excusable reason for why Yen Press would charge $17 for a 4-koma manga, and that is because the paper in GA is a lot higher quality than something like Kinokuniya Mosaic, and there are multiple color pages spread throughout the series, throughout each volume, and this, and like probably like K-On!, which is similar, which also had like higher quality paper and multiple color pages, is probably the only series that I understand having a $17 price tag, which drives my confusion even further as to why something like Kinokuniya Mosaic is also $17 despite having only a couple of color pages in the very beginning and having lower quality paper. I am still trying to wrap my head around this mystery. I don't think I'm ever going to solve it. I'm dying of heat stroke in this fucking closet. Now, if you excuse me, I'm really sorry that I this video slowly went downhill as time went on. But I really need to get some water. I really need to get out of this fucking closet. I'll see you all next month with another haul. Maybe I'll do something else, who knows? Well, maybe I'll do nothing at fucking all, because I'd never actually do anything. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. I'm gonna go and die.